Could you explain the time and the price decay?
The shortest answer I can give is that essentially the Vortex accumulates a whole bunch of tokens because the protocols will trade with whatever makers ask to be traded with. This includes both the quote and base assets of each strategy on all different chains. So the way the Vortex 2.0 works is there's a vault that accumulates all of those tokens. Because the smart contracts don't know what these tokens are, and because we don't rely on Oracle feeds, which introduce a very specific exploit vector that we were determined to avoid. What it does is it sets all of the tokens that it accumulates to the highest possible price the smart contract can store. So whatever token it's got, let's just call it meme token A, and it's got meme token B, meme token C through Z, because it doesn't know what they're worth. It says, okay, I'm going to value these tokens at 34 times 10 to the 37. So that's a 34 with 37 zeros after it, usually denominating this in ETH. It will also sometimes do it in whatever the native gas token is of the chain that it's on. And so we'll say, okay, if you want this one meme token from me, it's going to cost you 34 with 37 zeros following it, which is a prohibitively high price. Then it slowly reduces that asking price as a function of time. And we use what's called exponential decay, exactly the same as the radioactivity half-life of radioactive elements. So it starts at 34 times 10 to the 37, and it decreases smoothly such that every 6 hours, the asking price will have halved. So I want to make this clear. It is a smooth decay. So it's not like it's a certain number and then 6 hours later, it suddenly drops to half that number. Rather, it very slowly over that 6 hour period will approach 50% of the original value. And it does that with every block. It uses the timestamp of the block that's being mined to measure that decay. The design principle here is that eventually the asking price will be basically on par with whatever the liquidity for that token exists on the chain where that auction is occurring. And at that point, someone who either wants to buy those tokens because it's a good price will trade with it, or an arbitrager will take notice and then trade those tokens and perform an arbitrage transaction with them, which is totally fine. And I should point out that the Bancor's Arb Fast Lane can also take the responsibility for completing that transaction at the same time. So that's basically it. We've started the highest possible value for all tokens in the contract, and we smoothly let the price drop from that maximum value such that the asking price is halved every 6 hours.